Welcome back to John Cleese Car Orders YouTube channel. This video is about this BMW 640D behind me, not owned by the conventional customers we normally have, but this is actually owned by a sales representative, Matt, who works for a distributor called Celsus, who, if you're not already aware with it, they do quite popular and very known brands like Dynamat, Kicker, Morel car audio, as well as Wavtech, which is a big American brand. Now this car is going to have a mix of all four in a way, because we've got Kicker wiring, we've got Dynamat for the soundproofing, we have Morel car audio for the speakers, and then we've got Wavtech for the amplification and the subwoofer, I should say. Matt's on his way down because we've just about to make a start on it, so he is going to discuss more in detail about the brief of the installation on this video, so keep watching to watch me and Matt record this video. Matt from Celsus is here now with his BMW 6 Series because, to be honest, I just wanted to go through some finer details because this geezer is fussy. So what I did want to do was just go ahead and do the Connor and Simon treatment without actually consulting Matt himself with it. This is 6 Series, 640D, having a full audio upgrade consisting of a mix of Morel audio, because they do custom bespoke speakers, as well as Wavtech amplification, which is an American brand if you don't already know it. Matt, I'm going to hand over to him now, because we're actually going to go through some footage of the equipment itself and actually show you it. Matt from Celsus.
Lovely stuff. So we are going for a Morel speaker upgrade solution. So specifically IR, not IP. So there's two ranges when it comes to BMW direct fits. You've got your IP, which is your performance level, which is a massive upgrade, but then the next step up is the IR. Benefits from a lot of things in terms of giving the natural sound quality that people love of Morel. Our BMW direct fit systems are the best on the market. They are untouchable in terms of quality, and hopefully if there's an account watching this that I deal with, you'll hear this vehicle when it's all done. And yeah, so Connor's just opened up the BMW.
You only do one set of these Underseat woofers, though,
yes.
don't you? So yeah, just one range.
Yeah.
That is the IP BMW 2-ohm woofer. Go for 2 ohms, that way you can extract as much power out of whatever amplifier you're going to fit. In this case, it's going to be the Wavtech 4-channel amplifier. Do you want to get out the, should we get out the reference speakers, show them because these are the more expensive ones. These are like £1,000 retail.
999.
Yeah, typical retail. 999. Take the penny off.
999.
It sounds cheaper.
It does.
Yeah, that's psychological. I'm hoping our viewers know the difference of the psychological sales spill of 1,000 versus 999.
In the box, you've got your tweeters.
Not very good at unboxing videos.
Well, I'm new to it.
No, I'm not upset. I'm not very good at them.
Oh right.
No, you do a better job than me.
Oh, really?
No, I don't do unboxing videos, mate. These hands are hideous. In fact, I'm going to hide them from camera.
You get an upgraded tweeter with the IR versus the IP. Difference is IP says performance, IR is reference. So the way that Morel like to do things is their application is two ranges. One is an upgrade. The second is an absolute resolution to the issue of audio, so giving you the best that's available.
These are similar to the hybrid series part of Morel audio, aren't they?
They are. So they are, again, the whole range of Morel sometimes can get a little bit confusing, but when it comes to the direct fit stuff for BMW, really simple, two ranges.
Talk about direct fit, what you may or may not notice is they actually come with the original BMW plugs. They will match the plugs in your BMW, meaning you don't have to modify. So if you're fitting a car that's in warranty, you really don't want to touch any original plugs, you can keep it completely original, use it. And that's both for the Underseat woofers, which have the original 4-way Molex plug-in, as well as the original blue tweeter plug and mid-range plug. And if you're wondering what these are, that is basically, it's like a small basic version of a crossover, a bit like a capacitor, isn't it, really? Yeah. And that will stop any low frequencies going to the small tweeters, meaning that the tweeters only play the high frequencies and these only play the frequencies that they need. And
then as well, with every BMW direct fit kit, every single collar is included, so it'll fit any BMW that's listed.
I saw those, you want to show them now?
Yeah, a lot of companies say that they do a BMW direct fit but then there's cars that don't fit.
True, X5 being one of them, like that. That's an X5, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah, so you get an X5 collar. So yeah, sometimes you buy these custom fit speakers, and yes, you will need another adapter on top of it to do it. So yeah, you're right. These are allowed to fit an E series, F series, as well as like the X series, which have got a weird larger collar on them. That's quite a cool touch to be fair on the Morel side of things.
Yeah.
They have definitely thought about their solution.
You get fitting tools as well.
Oh yeah, check this out. You know, every time we fit these, we do give them back to the customers.
You shouldn't. It's stockpile them.
Yeah,
Stockpile
literally.
them.
Yeah, you even get your own trim removal tools as well. Look at that, all included. That's worth £1,000 if I ever saw it. Do you come in the 420?
They do.
They even come in the performance series, the £400 reference speakers as well. So if that ain't a reason to buy them, then I don't know what is. Other than the fact they sound much better.
And then obviously everything's going to be powered by Wavtech amplifiers. In terms of analog amplifiers, the clarity, the performance that these deliver of an overall product, there's nothing that can match them. We love Wavtech. It's one of our favourite brands that we sell and distribute at Celsus, purely from its OEM integration side. In terms of vehicle quirks that need resolving,
Like, for example, cars that got amplified systems in them.
Yeah.
So with far more power than say just a basic head unit.
Yeah. So we were talking about how some vehicles require a full DSP, and not all the time, and that can get really expensive really quickly, and you don't necessarily get the end goal much better. Sometimes you do, but you spend an absolute fortune for it. Whereas Wavtech specialises in OEM
That was a
integration.
good plug. Wavtech
Specialises in OEM integration. So these guys, they're a full heat sink. They will play in terms of their headroom on what they say they can actually put out. It's much more. Super reliable. Probably, I would argue, most reliable analog amplifier that's currently being sold in the UK today. I'm biased.
No comment.
I'm biased, but I think you guys are fairly new to Wavtech amplifiers.
I mean, obviously, we do a lot of different brands out here, as well as yours, as well as other brands out there. It is a good amp, no doubt about it. We do have other good amps as well we can use, but obviously, we're building your car for Celsus, so naturally, we're going to use your product, which we've been discussing for a while. Because actually, from what I can remember, we were going to use a 500.4 when we originally spoke about it, and I told you to wait for this one, the 700.4, because we want headroom, more power. In fact, this is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got 100 watts RMS times 4, which is perfectly matched to what these need. I think these are 100 watts RMS, these front door speakers. The 2-ohm mode, you've got 175 watts RMS into the underseat woofers. So bags of power. So your front end's going to have a ton of headroom, which for you with your music, I know you quite like it loud. You're going to have loads of room. So I'm glad we waited for that amplifier rather than doing it last year and fitting the 500.4. And then, because bass isn't enough for you with the under seats, you want a proper sub, and that's why you've got this additional amp here, right?
Correct. So that's going to be powering the Wavtech ThinPro, and
carry on talking about the 1000. I'm going to go get that sub.
So the 1000.1 from Wavtech is an absolute powerhouse. Again, what we're going to do. Well, what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything.
No, Simon's going to do it. Which actually,
you don't want me fitting this audio.
You'll see Simon on the video, probably throughout this video actually, because he's going to be doing the installation side of it. So you will see Simon doing the work. For now, this is just me and Matt giving you a lot of verbal diarrhea on the product, so you see it actually out of the vehicle. Found the subwoofer.
These are going to be linked together, which is going to then power this subwoofer. The reason why we want to demonstrate this subwoofer, as you can probably see from the width of the sub, is this competes with full-size subwoofers. This will, in terms of, if people haven't heard this subwoofer, again, hopefully at some point they can come down to John Cleese, maybe listen to one.
Yep.
Its performance for its size kind of doesn't make sense, which is why I love it. So it can go in a really, really small environment. As you can see by the box, there's an
iPhone for relative purposes, so you can actually see it's no taller than an iPhone. What is this? 15?
16.
iPhone 16 Pro. So that's how high it is plus the sub.
Very fancy.
Yeah, that's him for you. He gets paid more than I do, clearly. So you've got 25 mil of movement on this sub. This sub, yeah, is good. It's actually really impressive. I will happily say that. I've said it in another video we did with a Bentley on it.
Yeah.
Which actually had less power on that Bentley, I think, from what I can remember. But this is actually running 1,000 watts RMS from that little amplifier. And these amplifiers are tiny. I'm telling you, these are actually really small. I'll get them out of the box and have a look, actually. So that's the 4-channel. And again, I'll use an iPhone so you can actually see the difference in size. It's very small. And the 1,000 one's a little bit wider. or a little bit longer and not quite as wide if you want to be specific. There you go, there's the mono block there. And these are going to, like Matt said, these are going to link together. So in the car, which you're going to see the installation side of it, Matt was obviously, we did discuss possibly going a bit more fancier in terms of having like a full boot install and stuff like that, but we wanted to keep this more easier to fit, quicker to fit, so from demonstration point of view, you don't have to look in the boot and go, yeah, that's 3 weeks worth of work. So you want to keep it simple, innit?
The idea behind this whole build is that if you are able to listen to it, you don't have to spend an absolute fortune and time to fit this equipment, and the equipment can stand on its own 2 feet, and it demonstrates that you don't need to go absolutely crazy to get a sort of creme de la creme audio system in a vehicle. And that's, I mean, there's an element, I brought it to John Cleese purely because of the level of detail and work that they go to, and I thought, who is better to ask in terms of installing that equipment than this man over here? And
well, I'm not
Simon.
installing it, so I won't take any credit for that early on. I'll call me the organiser. So we've got 1 amp going on the left-hand side of this boot down here. You've got 1 amp going on the right-hand side of the boot down here, completely hidden behind factory panels, no modification needed. Subwoofer is just going to be a simple box of the boot as Matt showed you. That's going to be in the boot on top, but we are going to go through the process of soundproofing quite a lot of this car.
Yep.
You've given us quite a lot of Dynamat to use, so we will be going to town with it. We're going to do, we just made a start right now, so we haven't done a lot of it yet. We're going to do the whole boot floor. We're going to concentrate a lot on the rear shelf because, Matt, these 6 Series shelves, they rattle like a lot. And the worst thing about it is the third brake light. That is a nightmare. So we're going to completely treat the shelf with full soundproofing as well as using your Dynaliner, thermoacoustic liner as well. So it'll be 2mm Dynamat and that. And then we're going to do the whole doors properly. Simon has started doing the doors, which you'll see video shortly, time-lapse of him doing it on the other side once he's finished the driver's side.
Yep.
And yeah, so you're going to have a bit less road noise, but the main thing is to make sure that the shelf don't rattle from that 1000 watts RMS from that subwoofer.
Well, the main thing as well is obviously I look after a fair few accounts in the UK, so I'm travelling around the country non-stop. So the Dynamat, the Dynaliner combination is going to make my life just a lot more comfortable. It's having a car that has been Dynamated properly, and then obviously during the swap over from one vehicle to get this, and having a car that hasn't been Dynamated, once you've had it, it's almost impossible to sort of forget. It makes a night and day difference, and it just turns the car into such a nicer vehicle to drive.
Oh, it makes a big difference.
Huge difference.
Even the doors. I mean, yours are 3 doors, so the doors are quite big.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of area to left and right here.
Yeah.
So we're going to obviously do quite a few layers of soundproofing. I reckon you're probably going to have 4 layers of soundproofing on the front doors alone. So outer skin, metal inner skin, door card, and then the liner on top of the door card as well. So 4 layers. So you should have quite a lot of road noise reduced actually just through the doors. Yeah. Because as you can see, the door is literally goes in front of it all the way behind you.
Yeah, it's a big door. It will definitely make a huge difference. And like I say, on a panel, it's with Dynamat specifically, it is expensive, but it pays for itself in the performance. You get a similar benefit of a copy mat, etc. You can only need to use 30% of Dynamat. This is something I'm trying to tell Connor. It makes more sense to use Dynamat than, but we'll get there one day maybe, Connor.
We're still doing it, okay, we're moving on. I still can't get my head around this whole 30% business.
30%
Put 30% of Dynamat on a door,
yes,
and you get the same results from using one of your competitions at 100%.
Correct.
But in my head, I just want to do, I know it's still Dynamat, but we'll still just do edge to edge. So that's how we operate. We do that. Doesn't matter if it's Dynamat or skin. Simon will tell you if he's fully soundproofing the door. He will do edge to edge. So no matter who's manufacturing.
And I agree. I like when full coverage is applied. So if you think on a panel you only need 30% of Dynamat versus 100% of a copy mat, imagine the difference.
What 100% of Dynamat does.
Correct.
Yes, I know where that's going.
300% correct. So
no, it's good stuff. I know it is.
So we'll I'm
not going to comment any further than that. Dynamat is a good product. We're Dynamating his car. We're doing a full audio upgrade.
It's the best. There we go. Top installer.
Oh no. Gonna get in trouble. We're soundproofing a lot. We're doing a full audio upgrade. This is Matt from Celsus Ice. I'm hoping he'll come back later on when we're a bit further way through, because we're only half a day through this actual job anyway. We haven't really made a good start, but we are going to get onto it now, and you're going to see throughout this video. So less waffling, more installing.
Lovely.
Bosh.
Bosh.
First video incoming of Simon soundproofing the passenger door with not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 layers of soundproofing. Bosh. just seen Simon fully soundproof the door, which as you can see from a time lapse, it takes quite a while to do. Extremely time consuming, and there's not many access points to get big sheets in either, but we did it, full coverage with the layers we said. Now we're gonna get on and do the door card. So watch Simon how to soundproof a door card properly. So you've just seen Simon fully soundproof the door card, which is now actually back together with the new Morel mid and tweeter fitted behind the original grille, so you don't actually see any part of this installation. Fully soundproofed, as I mentioned, 5 layers, because on the outer skin we put the 2mm extreme Dynamat on, and then look, it's Mark, rare sight on the YouTube channel. You've got the 2mm Dynamat on the outer skin, then you've got the Dynaliner on top of it, you've then got the 2mm Dynamat on the inner skin, and then you have the 2mm Dynamat again on the door card, and then you have the Dynaliner on top of the 2mm Dynamat on the door card, hence the 5 layers I mentioned. So doors are going to make a big improvement to both road noise, as well as obviously making the speakers sound to their best. Acoustic treatment is very important. As I mentioned earlier with Matt, we're going to fully soundproof the rear shelf, which you're going to see overlaid right now that Simon's done, but the shelf is all back together now. It's quite a tricky position to soundproof because of the area. It's actually really awkward, but Simon got that fully done with, again, 2mm Dynamat and then a slightly thicker version of Dynaliner, because Dynaliner comes in 3 thicknesses, so we put one of the thickest ones on the rear shelf. And then shortly we'll come back in this video and we'll show you what we've done in the boot. So you've seen the doors being soundproof, you've seen the speakers being fitted, we've done the rear shelf. Next part of the installation that Simon's got to get on with is doing the underseat woofers. Now there's nothing that requires a degree or rocket scientist to actually fit speakers underneath the 6 BMs. So I won't go into too much detail on it, but we put a bit of soundproofing in. We modified the box enclosure slightly. So right now, you're going to see a time lapse of Simon doing the replacement of this side of the Morel 8-inch custom fit speaker. Missed a load of the installation side footage of the boot being done, but it is only a couple of amplifiers being wired up in factory positions, so it's not the end of the world, but you're going to see it before we put it all back together. So right now the boot is apart because we want to show you the amplifier installation, show you the kicker input device before we fully put it back together, and then all you're going to see is actually the subwoofer. So on the left, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we decided to put the amp down here. This is the Wavtech Link 4 channel, so that is running the front speakers and the underseat woofers. You've then got above it, just neatly mounted on a factory framework here, is the kicker key lock, which is our device that cleans up the signal from the factory radio and allows us to make sure that you get a full range signal going into the 4-channel amplifier. And then we have the Wavtech monoblock, the 1000-watt RMS monoblock over on the right. Again, once the factory side panel go on, you will not see any of that. So all these amps are going to be completely hidden. And then the only other thing in the boot that you're going to see is actually just the Wavtech 12-inch phenomenal flat subwoofer with its custom-made box from Celsus. We didn't build the box on this, we had the box made from Celsus. They actually get in these really cool feet to allow the subwoofer to downfire, so the sub's actually underneath here. You've seen it earlier in the video, the actual subwoofer, but yeah, you've got the feet on the bottom allowing the sub to actually fire downwards. handy, this subcontroller right here though, isn't it? So conveniently accessible.
Vibrations that you can't really get rid of, but that.
I know. Yeah.
In all seriousness, I've never once got out of a car that's mine and gone.
I'll leave it. Yeah.
Leave it. Don't touch it. I said to Connor, I don't want this touch. Like this needs to stay exactly like that and forever. I'm
Matt's back in, car's now finished. Matt's driven all the way down from north of the M25. Where are you?
No, I've come from Poole today. Poole? That's
Don't sound like it comes from Poole.
I'm here, there and everywhere.
Anyway, he's back in, car's done, he's come to collect it, and we've just sat in the car and had a listen, and it's safe to say he loves it.
I am absolutely astounded by the end result of it. The level of detail and quality that is now present is just insane. The guys at John Cleese have got the best out of the system. I was saying before, without blowing too much smoke, that you have been able to get, with Simon specifically, the end result and end product of everything has just blown me away. It's been a while, me in this industry, actually getting goosebumps in a car.
I actually saw it, proof of that. Not once, not twice.
3 times.
Maybe even more. I lost count, to be fair. It was literally impressive.
The level of detail that this system now just pulls out, everything's solid. It's just, I couldn't be happier. I'm so glad that these guys have done it. And
this is actually a shortened version because we've actually already discussed this after he's got out off camera, and it went on for ages, him about blowing smoke up where one's dark areas, but he absolutely freaking loves it. All hidden, factory system, almost looking. You will not even know we've upgraded it, but you're going to obviously hear this car when Matt drives up and down the country demoing the system. But yeah, I think it's safe to say he's right. We got it to sound better than what it should have done. It's bloody impressive.
I would love to see the reactions of people when they listen to this car. It's such a good demonstration of Morel, Wavtech, obviously Dynamat.
Bit of kicker cabling.
Bit of kicker cabling and also the kicker key lock. That's
kicker key lock,
clever bit of kit.
Yeah.
Everything that we do, I'm so glad that John Cleese have installed it. Simon has got the best out of everything and has shown what equipment we do. And end of the day, we all like audio, and that's what we're here for. So if I can leave a car goosebumps, which rarely happens nowadays because I listen to so many cars, then
win-win.
It's a win.
Winner.
Yeah.
Sweet, well that's it. That's a wrap. This is a 6 Series. This is Celsus Ice's, Matt's own car. We'll see you in the next video.